Yeah. Oh, they keep coming forward. Nice. We take Michael Bay. We're going to take Michael Bay. That's it. We're done. Full forward assault. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Omega Files. Tonight we're going to be having a little talk about our first chapter into the assault on Michael Bay, which is going to be, original Turtles movie from, what was it? What year was it officially?
1990.
Was it 1990? God, I feel.
Yeah, around there.
Because I saw that in the theater. And the almost new Turtles movie that began his reboot, which was, 2014?
Yes.
So, kind of interesting mix-up. But, of course, as, you folks who are watching this know, they've already had a sequel, which is the Out of the Shadows movie. And, of course, the previous movie had its own sequels, which we won't want really to discuss. But, okay. Let's go ahead and get intros from everybody. Let's start with William.
Hey, now. How you doing, everybody?
All right, Graham.
The pizza man has been.
All right. Lady Neo.
Hello.
And Philip.
Oh, God. How cliche.
Okay. Now, I was rewatching these again today, and it's so obvious that, they're coming at it from two completely different angles. The first movie, to me, seemed so incredibly friendly. It was more leaning towards the cartoon thing rather than the comic, because if you all heard of the original comic, it was not that happy-go-lucky experience it turned out to be. And where the second movie was kind of trying to go for the gritty, more reality-type style thing, and, oh, gosh, then we had that stupid storyline. Oh, they were my baby pets. Okay, but we won't go Yeah, where April O'Neil just happens to be tied to everybody. Probably we're going to find out she's Shredder's grandniece or some crap like that. Okay, let's start with opening thoughts. Let's go for Graham. Go ahead and start this one up, Graham.
Well, as you mentioned, the 1990 movie, essentially both the movies are a byproduct of the time and the period they were filmed in. If you go by the nature of what kids classify, even young adults classify as modern day entertainment. The 1991 obviously was, funny enough, an independent movie. It was distributed by New Line Cinema, but it was independent. Closely followed the 87 to 96 TV show and the manga comics, I believe. So, yeah, you had the whole family element, the elements of family and the bond between obviously the four brothers and whatnot, and Splinter. An awful lot of wisecracking and puns, and just a generally good, everyday, stereotypical early 90s, movie. Through the rap music, Turtle Power and all that. In terms of opening thoughts on the 2014 one, well, where do we go with this? It wasn't as god-awful as I thought it would be, but there is still a hell of a lot wrong with it. The look doesn't bother me, the whole CGI look. I know people are absolutely going to put on online screaming blasphemy and all the rest of it. I can handle that, because what they did right in the 2014 one, in my opinion, was they kept the character personalities of the Turtles true to what had gone before in terms of each of the four Turtles' personality. Fine, not a problem. But the origin story, that's my major bugbear, and we'll get to that later. Wasn't it awful, but a hell of a lot wrong with it in 2014, folks.
Okay, let's move on over to Philip. Your turn.
Pretty much what you've ever said before. The 1990 movie was, for me, was a bubblegum movie of its time. It's a feel-good movie, but I did get annoyed with all the the Turtles cliches. And when they speak, and they come out with all different cliches, and you think, "Oh my God, it's just so childish." But at the same time, it's kind of fun. It was a fun movie, and I did like the way the turtle came across, and also what's the mouse called again? Well, not mouse, a rat.
Splinter.
Splinter. I did like how he was, but at the end of the day, he spent half the movie being chained up and looking bruised and battered. But that was good. That was cool. And it was a very moralistic story as well.
Yeah,
I found in that first movie, and also the identity of Shredder. You got that from the outset of the movie, so you knew who was behind it straight away. You knew who that was, so that was a bit of a letdown for me. I wanted it to be a build upon mystery type of thing, but it didn't come across like that. The second one, hang on, April O'Neil in the first one for me. She's a bit of a ditzy old girl. She wasn't a good looker in my eyes. And I just thought, you know what? She doesn't grab my interest.
You pervert.
Yeah, you gotta remember that the movie was made in 1990.
Yeah.
It wasn't made in a big budget, so that's what you had all these actors and all that, and almost like no names. Yeah, you hardly ever see people.
Who was the guy that played Casey Jones? Because he looked familiar to me.
Elias. In the first movie in the 91, it was Elias Codius.
Elias Codius.
If you've ever seen like the Prophecy movie, The Prophecy with Christopher Walken, he was in that.
Yes, I've seen that. So that's where I've seen it. Yeah, okay, cool. At the end of the day, the first movie was okay. The second one, I'll be very brief with this. It took itself more seriously, and Megan Fox was a lot more eye candy for me, in a sense. And I did love the Turtles in this, although they looked a bit, so, are they totally CGI? Correct me. Were they totally CGI?
The face is CGI, and yes, it's stop motion. The actors, yeah.
Okay, cool. They were good in this one, and it was very realistic, and the Turtles are very realistic and slightly toned down, as opposed to their previous counterparts. And my best scenes is the snowfield scenes with all the chasing down the snow. That was brilliantly done.
Oh, the CGI fest.
Yes, and of course, and Shredder in the second movie, I would have liked a bit more humanized version of him rather than this Cylon type machine bloke.
You mean Shreddertron?
Yeah, the Shredder. Well, there you go. So so for me personally, the first one, it got me more involved than the second one did.
Okay.
There you go.
There's a reason for the whole Shreddertron thing, and we're going to go into that here in a couple minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently Judith Hogue didn't catch anybody else's attention either, because in the next Turtles movie, actually the next two from back then, they replaced her with Paige Turco, a soap opera actress.
Yeah.
So apparently she didn't amaze anybody either. So, okay, let's move on to Lady Neo.
Oh, dear. Let's see. Let me start with the one I love, the 1990 version. I think it's because it's nostalgia for me. Also, it has Casey Jones.
Mm-hmm.
He kept his shirt on all day, right?
It don't matter about that. It had Casey Jones, and it did not have lens flare. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
What did I like? I loved the puppetry. I loved it. I love Splinter. I can't believe the guy who is Elmo is the voice of Splinter. That took me totally crazy. I loved it. I loved the Turtles. I loved their puns. Again, it's because I'm an old-fashioned nostalgia girl, and I loved how close it was to the cartoon.
Yeah.
I loved the cartoon. Loved how it was close to the cartoon. Shredder. Not Robo Shredder. In Michael Bay's Pieces of Crap. Anyway, Shredder in this one because, yes, he was already established, but he was like a stool. You could feel the sinisterness in the background. Now, for the other movie. In that movie, they used a lot of Japanese. In the other one, legit. I love the Japanese talking and voice and everything. But, yes, I wish they would have used it more in the 1990 film, but they did use the history. Master Yoshi, Rokusaki, all that good stuff. I love that. So they both movies had like a nice good, spin on that, and I like that part of it. All right, the girl. I don't know the girl's name. that was in the 2014 movie. To me, she's like the female version of Tetsu in the 1990 movie. I don't know her name.
Kiara.
Thank you. She was real good. Even though she didn't have much screen time, she was still good in this movie. Saxton, really? Ugh, Saxton. Anyways, we don't need to talk about him. Shredder in both movies. Well, I did love the speech, and I love how he was mostly talking in Japanese and everything, and I didn't like his suit. His character was still good. And the other Shredder movie, loved him. Loved how he was saying, I'm family with these rejects, these kids, and using the kids to do the dirty work. Also, the Foot Clan. This Foot Clan over here, Michael Bay, please, Michael Bay, stop making the Foot Clan use guns. I know it's modern. Call it a day with that. The Foot Clan in the 1990s, they were using swords. They were using little axes, nunchucks. I mean, come on. They were just totally going with the history of the way it should be. Hello. Anyways. Yes, go ahead, Graham.
I'm going to make you exceedingly happy. In the sequel, they use swords.
Oh, thank goodness. Michael Bay, you've listened to us. Anyways. What's his name? Not Casey Jones. Oh.
Vern.
Oh, there he is, Vern. I understand what they were trying to do with Vern. He was like the replacement for Casey Jones, but I'm sorry.
Well, it wasn't really, but...
Oh, well, to me, he was. But my thing is this, Vern, stop trying to bid her. Stop trying to go and get the girl and trying to, you know. Because I secretly think that both April O'Neil's has a thing for the Turtles in a nasty way. But I think that's all I got to say about it, except for the plots. One was rushed, one felt smooth, not as rushed. So overall, I would watch the other one again, the 1991, and Michael Bay can go walk away somewhere.
Actually, I was kind of mad that Master Tatsu got left by the wayside in the recent movies because if you really do your research, I strongly believe he became the anger management counselor for Kylo Ren.
Wow. Yeah.
You saw how Tatsu works stuff, how he beats the crap out of anything that gets in his way when he's mad. Now, see a pattern there? I think that's where he went. Okay. Your turn, William. Go ahead.
I started with the 1991. If you notice that movie was a product of its time.
Yeah.
If you notice, even though they're fighting the Foot Clan and all that, you see them doing it in a humorous way. Because since that movie was aimed mostly at kids, they didn't want to show, like, say, any blood violence or any deaths in that movie. You know, so you got to give them proper death for something that was done in 1990. You had most. They didn't have that much. I don't think it existed back then. CGI in the 1990 movie, so everything was practical effects, which works very good. That was a very good movie. And I know that the actress who played April in the first one was bland and all that, but you know that was they were more concentrating on the turtles and how they get interact with people and when they do their fighting like that. So they didn't really care about the actors that much. Now for the one that came out 2 years ago, it was mostly CGI with the effects, but they had with the real actors in suits and the CGI was covering their face. That was pretty cool about it. And of course the voice was done by other known actors, like Tony Shalhoub as Tony Shalhoub or Jeremy Howard. Like they were doing each turtle like that. So that worked pretty good. But Graham was saying that the origin is a little bit different because again it was like a radiation and canister in the sewers, so that's how they all got affected. And the new one, they were genetic experiments. So that's what they grew so fast.
Yeah.
The thing I didn't like in the newer one was Splendor found books of ninjutsu to learn how to do it and teach it to the kids.
Yeah, what's that about?
I didn't like that. Because the original one, he was a pet of a master in Japan.
Muroko Saki, yeah.
Yeah, and he learned the fighting skills from there. That's when Splitter fought him, he noticed that fighting style. And what's weird is that in the original one, Shredder covered his face, so he had scars on it of what Splinter did to him. In the newer one, you see Shredder without the armor in the shadows, so you thinking, he must have a scar or something, he's not showing his face fully, and then it never. So when you see him in the armor, you only like you don't see, you never saw his face, so you don't know who. I mean, again, the credits to give you the name of the actor and all that, but you need to see why he what was the reason why he covered his face so much. And then of course the scene that in the newer one that the turtles were originally like X of April. I didn't like that because
Yeah.
that made no sense. That made no sense. They probably just did that just to make the story shorter, because one good thing about each one of them, they were both under 2 hours long. So you got to bite the head. So you got to give props for the length of the movie not being 2 hours or more.
Yeah.
So we go back and nitpick the other stuff in a little while.
Well, there was a really good reason why you didn't see a whole lot of Shredder's face, especially when he was in the armor. And that's because, get ready for this, I hope you're all sitting down. Originally, the fellow who was in charge of the genetics company, what's his name? Was telling April he was the Shredder.
Yeah.
All the scenes you saw with the Japanese man playing Haruka Saki was filmed later in post-production, because when the fans found out what Michael Bay's original intent for the new Turtles movie was, they went apeshit. The original title for the 2014 movie was The Turtles. They weren't going to be they weren't going to be really teenagers. They weren't going to be mutants. They were going to be aliens.
Wow.
Welcome to Frogtown. Yeah. Yeah,
they were going to be completely alien. And that's why, he went nuts and all that. And then for some reason, because aliens.
That explains why Vernon, when he was talking to April, said, "Are these aliens?" And he was asking them, "How are they aliens?"
Because that's left over.
Yeah.
That's left over from the original cut. That's why that was still there. And like I said, I'm really getting tired of these guys, because poor Hamato Yoshi keeps getting a bad rap. Because if you read the original comics, and I believe in the original cartoon series, Hamato Yoshi is Splinter.
Yeah.
What happened was they did something where he was also mutated, but he was also mutated into the form of a humanoid rat. And that's why he stayed underground, and he took the name Splinter. But now he's dumping that. I don't know why. I wish they really would have stuck with that, because I think it would have helped this movie go a little bit faster.
Yeah, it would have made more sense than a pet rat following his master's moves. That would be like, how can a rat, even if you have a pet, going to know how to do what moves?
Besides, they got me really worried that somewhere down there's people finding copies of ninjutsu for dummies.
That's a great message to send to your kids, Michael Bay. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go down in the sewers and become a ninja.
Here's the thing, while we're touching upon it, Eric Stacker, right? You essentially have the chief scientist for that major organization. So he's a scientist, and he's also a student, Shredder. You've got one guy in this movie essentially playing two minor characters who are in the Foaming Hang anyway, albeit cameo roles. And that's Kiera and Baxter Stockman.
Yeah.
Go figure. Let's create a character that's got bugger all to do with this and plop him in this movie.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a few issues I really want to throw out there. Like, I really did not like I knew them when they were back in their little cage in the laboratory, and my daddy just happened to be the one in charge of the experiment bullshit. I didn't like that at all.
You know what? While that's not the worst plot device I've ever seen filmed, it's totally unnecessary. This isn't an episode of frickin' Lost, people. No, everybody has to be connected in some bipolar, obscure level. Give them a backstory, and then when they do meet up and come together, there might be some relevance to it. Jesus.
Yeah, I was confused because, like we said, the first one, there were turtles that lived in the sewer, and when there was a radiation canister there, they got affected.
Yeah.
That was the first one. And this one, they were experimenting. There was an experiment on. But what confused me is that 15 years passed. So they were aging normally like a human would be. So they got more. You can tell they're more bulkier and all that, since they were being trained to learn martial arts. But I would have been. That's the effect of the genetics. How come the rat grew so fast, so big? he grew faster than they did. But he said himself, I grew fast, so I had to take care of them as they were my children. So, and he raised.
Maybe he was administered different types of you know.
Even though he was given the same injections that they were.
Yeah.
Well, that depends on the metabolic rates of turtles against rats.
Yeah, well, that's maybe a point. You know, I guess, and it's a movie. I know sometimes we go to suspended disbelief, I guess, but it's batshit crazy as the whole origin story was. The one thing I did like through this was the whole, you know, kidnapping the three of them and trying to extract the stuff back out of their DNA for the machine. I thought that was quite good. There's still a hell of a lot wrong with that, especially when it comes to busting them out and whatnot. But I thought that wasn't a bad plot point in that relevant movie.
I think what was slightly a bit unfair was the fact that when the four turtles face off Shredder in the second movie on top of the building, they were getting their asses kicked. You think they've had years to learn their skills, and they would have at least bettered it at some point. Not really.
No, but to be fair, that's always a common thing, really. They were getting their asses kicked in the first one as well, if you remember, until the rats showed up.
Yeah, true. And yet again, Shredder gets flung over the side of a building, and I don't know.
Yeah, then you know, Jason Voorhees' Canadian twin brother commits homicide. You know, so.
You know what's weird? It was weird. It's funny that when the Foot Clan in the 2014 version went to get the turtles, they all loaded up their weapons with tranquilizers. They didn't want to kill none of them. So that's why they took three of them, but until the fourth one was dead. But the weird thing is, they let Shredder beat up Splinter, and he didn't take him to the lab too, considering he got the chemicals in his system too. And so, like Philip was saying, this one of the mammal, this was a reptilian. You should have took that DNA to see the effect on mammals.
Funny you mentioned that. Major bugger up by Shredder's part in that exact same scene when it goes, "Where's the fourth one? Oh, he's dead." Just walks away and leaves him. Would you not still extract the thing for the body? I mean,
that's a good point.
What was you son of a bitch? Go and pick up the body. You know.
Yeah, can't we just go dig him up? It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah. But seriously, in all seriousness, Turtles 2014. I'm sorry, the first half an hour of that movie, it was all Megan Fox. It was all Megan Fox. Now, no disrespect to the girl, all right, I'm sure she's a very nice person in her private time, and as Michael Bay can probably testify to, she probably gives out fantastic hand jobs, but it was all Megan Fox. Now, I'm sitting there going, if you ever go to a theatre to watch this movie, it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why is the first half of this movie April O'Neil? This movie should be named April O'Neil featuring the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Bingo.
Oh, come on. You're leaving out the fact we got Whoopi.
Well, I didn't mind Whoopi because she was barely in it.
Yeah, she was only the boss, so that was it.
I know. It was another quote-unquote gender swap role because, if I remember right, the editor of the paper was in the cartoons as a guy and as a comics guy and all that. So it was just another one of them controversial character flips.
But no, as much as we're ratting on 2014, I've got to say, as much as 1990 is a classic for all you nostalgia people out there, there is still a hell of a lot wrong with that as well. For instance, the Foot Clan. You establish in the first 20 minutes of the movie that it's troubled teenagers getting taken in to the streets of New York and converted into the Foot Clan. So why is it when we get to the subway scene with April O'Neil, that the head of the Foot threatening her is talking with a nasty, sneaky Japanese accent?
I know. I just like, my God, talk about your frickin' stereotypes. I could have done a better Asian accent than that.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, but he was one of the guys in the suit, though. He was one of the guys in the turtle suit, which I was like, how is that possible? Then, I don't know.
Yeah, and then, of course, obviously both movies have subway scenes, which pretty neat, I guess, if you want to contrast, you know.
You know what, though? That the subway scene in the 2014 one, I disliked because it was all shot in half dark light. I wanted to see the actual There are. So all you saw was
Oh, you wanted to see the real sewers of New York?
Yeah,
Yeah, get a plane ticket. I throw you in one of the holes.
there you go. But no, but the Foot Clan again in the 1991. What exactly was their aim? Because all I ever saw them doing was Nick Electronics, basically Sony stuff. That's not exactly terrorising a city, is it? You're going to sell them on the black market second hand? What the hell, man?
And it was within the new one. These turtles had a lot of monitors and all that stuff and down the sewers. And hey, where they getting all this stuff from? I said, no, nobody's gonna be throwing away TVs that work or something like that.
Oh. But that's more modern though. That's more modern, up to date.
FYI, the 2014 movie also does a bang-up job of advertising Skype.
Oh yeah.
Plus, that's the one thing in the first movie I also couldn't figure out. You had the one lady there at the beginning who's sitting there watching TV on this old thing with the rabbit ears and shit, and they stole it. I'm like, what's the matter? Is Shredder operating a flea market too on the side? It's like,
it's not just that. They stole the thing, but never unplugged it. What the hell?
There's another point that I found a bit weird. You know how the 2014 Turtles, their shells are bulletproof, right? And yet when Shredder's stamping on one of their shells, it cracks, and it's like, oh come on.
A shell can crack, you know.
yeah.
But if they can withstand hells of bullets from machine guns, surely they can withstand a one big heavy foot on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wasn't it a robotic foot?
Even still.
No. The thing is, you got to remember that this is a concentration of force on one particular area, whereas bullets is tiny little ping, 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 pings. You know, he was stomping down right on that thing like a crack, like a nutcracker on a walnut, and just finally, he cracked his shell. I can see how that could happen. Hey, well, hello, Alex. You're just joining us. What's up?
Hi, how you doing?
The relationship, contrasting between both the movies, between Raphael and Leonardo, I liked how they kept that kind of similar in terms of you've got the leader against the rebel one with the loud mouth and all the rest of it. Of course, in the 1991, it was somewhat more poignant when he gets his ass kicked and ends up, having in a coma in a bathtub for about like 5 days or however long it took to get that van started outside that farmhouse. But yeah, there you go. No, but that's the one thing that got right over both the movies. The characterizations of all four turtles remained pretty much bang on.
And also, I got to call one of the great Walking Dead continuity errors on this whole damn thing. Oh, let me see. I haven't been up here to the farm in years yet. Who's been mowing the frickin' lawn?
Yeah, exactly. It's been a long time since I was on the farm. Yeah, well, how come the fridge is stopped? What the hell?
Exactly. How come the water's running? How come you've got electricity? How come? It's like, wait a minute. Is that place even up to code? What the hell?
There you go. And also, you also notice that as well. You know how when they escape the antique shop, when it goes up in flames, before they go to the farm? They pan into this building on flames, and it is no way in hell the same building that he was dropped for the skyline in. You're like, editing, people, editing. Jeez.
Oh man, yeah, I agree with it. There was just a bunch of things here and there that just did not make any sense.
I didn't understand in the 2014 how Shredder was able to shoot out his daggers and it comes back to him like how is that possible?
That's the electromagnetic. I can't say it.
Electromagnetic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on these electromagnets, but still, they flew right back into their socket so you launch them again. I'm like, well, I'd be more afraid of the damn things flying back and impaling me.
Yeah. They're flying back. I would try to distract them, but it could cut them up.
It's like, who the hell's designed this, new Shredder armors? It's like one of the Tony Stark freaking prototypes. What the hell?
Shredder-tron.
Shredder-tron.
Okay, Alex is joining us late. Okay, Alex, what did you think of Turtles 1990 versus Turtles 2014?
The 1990 version I will always enjoy. I like the way they filmed it. I like the way they wrote it. I love the theme song. The 2014, It's just very disappointing. That's what I'm finding with a lot of the remakes and the reboots is that I understand they want to be modern and hip and try to make it quick, but it just doesn't have the same spirit and soul and fun as the original. Same thing with the Spider-Man, same thing with a couple of other things I could mention. The 1990 version, I also saw that in the theater. The 2014, I didn't see it in the theater. And that's one of the enjoyable things about going to the movie is to see the audience reaction. And it was great to see, when Splinter's describing the story or when they do the rap song and certain other scenes. It's great to hear the audience reaction. You can hear the cheering just like a live, comic book, and that was a lot of fun. So I definitely give the original 1990 version, I give it about 7.5. And the 2014, I know they made an improvement this year, but the 2014, it just felt too much like it was trying to be too quick. And it's not as much fun or as smart. So that's the way I feel about it.
But you got to remember that the 2014 film was also co-produced by Nickelodeon because they bought the rights to the Turtles from the two creators. So
that's right.
That's going to be one of the movies that come out so fast.
Just a quick point on the contrast in Splinter in the two movies. First movie, obviously a huge prop to Jim Henson in his workshop with the puppeteering and whatnot. Loved the look of Splinter in the first movie. It was goddamn terrible in the 2014 movie. That was CGI at its shittiest. Now, fortunately, they improved on it for Out of the Shadows. They went back and they rectified a few things. But the CGI in the 2014 version was utter carnage for me, man.
Couldn't hardly see the CGI. I'm being hit in the face with lens flares.
Yeah, there you go. But I'll give the 2014 Splinter this much. I did enjoy aspects of his personality, especially the whole, clocking them upside the head whenever they'd done something wrong, or bribing them to get the truth out of them. I quite liked that, as opposed to the sitting in the shadows, all sensei type thing, so.
Maybe the more I brood and the more I stay kind of mysterious, they'll obey me.
Kids, I think they're funny. Yeah.
But of course, I did like the fact they did kind of redo the one joke from the first movie when he's slicing the pizza and the pizza falls on his head.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. They kept the continuity. One thing we've not touched upon in the 1990 version, the wee, I like to call it the C plot, with young Danny.
Dan
now, Dad, whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that arse you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. That was fine for a back plot, I suppose. It even led to one of the funniest bits of the movie for me with Casey Jones. You're claustrophobic. I haven't thought about a guy in ever. Slip a gay joke into a 1990 movie. Why the hell not? One for the adults.
Yeah, they had a lot of funny references in the 91, like moonlighting and all this stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, moonlighting, yeah.
And then the 14, they just mentioned a lot of like comic book characters and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite good.
Not to mention the infamous little Easter egg at the end of the 1990 movie. Check out the East Warehouse over on Lairdman Island.
Yeah, the two creators. Yeah.
Yep, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Yeah.
And of course, Sam Rockwell. What the hell? Offering cigarettes to kids. Jesus.
Well, either way, yeah, they're both products of their time. Like I said, I remember seeing the 1991 at the theater. I saw it like 2 or 3 times.
Did you? Oh, okay.
I watched it a couple of times and go, yay, it's a movie.
I think it only cost $13 million to make, and it made over $200 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I said, the sequel, the Out of the Shadows one, is actually pretty good. I have to say they did make an improvement.
Yep.
Came to the second movie.
Hopefully they're learning.
With the 1990s one, I can't say the same thing.
No. David Warner, how could you?
Well, heck, when you see some of the movies like Roddy McDowall has done and Malcolm McDowell, it's like, my God, these guys are just definitely phoning it in for a paycheck on some of these cheap films.
Man.
But yeah, David Warner, it's like he just might as well. I guarantee you, he probably just stayed out all night, boozing around the town, walk in with a hangover, read off a few lines, and I'm done. Back to the trailer. See you later. I don't know, but I said I don't know. David Warner would do that, or would he?
No.
So, but still, it's like I don't know why, but you do notice for some reason great actors do crappy movies every now and then for some reason.
Yeah.
Or better yet, yeah, Roddy McDowall in Laser Blast. But okay. Okay, so anything else anyone want to bring up? There's a lot of different things there.
When that Turtlemobile in the film phone, they had all the equipment and all that. Where was it? It didn't use to do it at all during the whole movie. It comes out at the end of the film and blows up Burns' car. You gotta be kidding me. If you had a car like this, then you didn't need Burns to pick you guys up and take you uptown.
While you're talking about Vern, I know we're talking about inconsistencies in the editing when it came to the 1991, briefly there. The part where he calls Vern, he's in the kitchen cooking, and he's, cooking away, and he's...
hearing the music.
And he puts up the phone and goes, O'Neill! And it cuts there, and she's on a fucking payphone! How did you know it was her? What the hell? It's not a cellular phone. Jesus, man. And I'm sorry if I dropped the F-bomb there, but that's just damn right laziness.
That's another thing I did bring up was the fact that, Leonardo's swords. Why the hell did he even have them in the 1990 movie? The only thing he cut was Shredder once in the arm, and of course, Casey chopping carrots with it in the kitchen. Other than that, they couldn't really show him cutting anybody open or showing any blood, or automatically that ups your movie rating.
It's a kid.
Yeah.
The kid thing, so.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, within both movies and whatever elements of the franchise you're going to watch, Michelangelo's the kid-friendly wisecracker, and he's basically got a lot of the best jokes. Whether you take the puns or no for the in terms of a byproduct of the time, So.
Ooh, the elevator scene. Remember the elevator scene in the 2014 one? That was cute.
Yeah.
That was real cute.
Yeah. Although the only joke I didn't agree with was that they've got to throw in every bloody time the obligatory fart joke. Really? You even get one in the sequel with the rhino and the warthog.
Or, of course, the ending bit set to So Happy Together by the Turtles.
Get it?
At least it wasn't another throwback to the coming out of their shells tour.
That's another part of the history of the Turtles I would never care to revisit. Remember?
Man, and I thought Venus was bad.
Oh no, it's not as bad as Ninja Rap Ninja.
I actually like that.
Well, you would. While we're talking about soundtracks,
I did like the soundtrack at the end, Shell Shock, for the second one. I kind of actually bought that song anyway, so I kind of like it.
I can't remember the fella who sang it, but the soundtrack for the first one, at the ending credits, the rap guy. Do you remember who that was?
From the 1991?
Yeah. Was it Turtle Power or something? Was that the name of it, or was that just the
name of the song was Turtle Power, but I can't remember the name of the artist.
Yeah.
Partners in Crime with a K.
Oh, there you go, Alex. Partners in Crime. How apropos from New York City. Yeah, thanks, well.
I mean, that was some great rhyming there, and that's one of the things I liked about it. I mean, I still bump into people on Facebook that play it for all these years, so it can't be all that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that movie was springboard for a small band, a hip-hop band called Technotronic.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of hits that came out on that soundtrack. So,
there you go.
Musically okay.
Yeah, soundtracks were pretty fine on both of them, actually. So, yeah.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, the 2014, like I said, could have been a hell of a lot worse because Bay was going to completely disregard everything, the comics, everything, and go off in his own direction. And like I said, when the fans found out, they went apeshit crazy. And there's like, oh, hell no.
You got to give it props. It was the most nominated movie for the Golden Raspberry Award.
Yeah, but somebody said, man. How many did Megan Fox win?
She won. She won Worst Actress.
Hmm.
She won for that one, but everything went for every other thing that was nominated. I think another movie.
Well,
I think that Fantastic Four must have beat it up.
I was just shocked Bay even wanted, Bay even got her back for another project. Because if I remember right, when she showed up to do Turtles 2, no, Transformers 2, he looked at her and he said, "You either go gain 10 pounds, or basically you're off this movie because I'm not filming skeletons."
Ooh.
That's why I'm really shocked she's even been back in any of his films after that.
Well, as I kept saying, she must be good at something.
Yep. Okay. No, I didn't just. No, I was. No, I see. I was doing this. See. Okay.
That is received and the gift.
Oh well, let's go ahead and we'll rate the suckers and we'll put these babies to bed. All right, let's start with Graham. Go ahead and rate them, and if you want, go ahead and toss in which one do you think would stand better when it comes to time.
1990, I'll give you an 8. 2014, I'll give you a 6.5. As you say, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. It's actually pretty watchable, albeit there's a hell of a lot wrong with it. In terms of what one will stand the test of time, if you're going by something that the hardcore fans will remember, it probably will be the 1991. But, a lot of things that Jim Henson tend to stand the test of time.
Yep.
Was it the Muppet Show on the ABC? Sorry, put together on that.
I just said, long live Jim Henson's Creature Shop, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Philip, you're up next.
The 1991 I found a lot more to my liking because it is of my time and it's a cozy feel good movie. The 2014, it's okay, but for me, what makes it are the action sequences are a lot more cutting edge than 1990 because of obviously time. So I'm going to give the 1991. I'm going to give that a 8.5. I'll give the 2014 a 7.5.
Okay, Lady Neil.
Okie dokie. I love 1990. It's my time, my nostalgia. I love you, Raphael. And Casey Jones, and no lens flare. So, I'm going to give the 1991 a 10 out of 10. Love it. I might watch it again tonight. Now, as for the 2014 Michael Bay Crap Fest, I'm going to have to give that a 3.
Ooh, that high? Okay.
No. I just remembered something. I'm giving it a 2. So, I'm sorry. I really don't like that movie. I don't.
Go watch the sequel. Trust me, you'll be a lot more satisfied.
We're going to leave it. Go to somebody else before I start a rant.
Okay, William, you're up next. Go ahead.
All right, so you gotta remember that both movies are a product of the time. But I'm like the 91, so I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. The 2014, I split that one right down the middle. I'm giving that one a 5 out of 10. It had some good points, but it had so many bad points. That's why it stays right there, 5 out of 10. And which one would stand the test of time? I probably have to say the 1991 because you can watch that with your kids and knowing that you're not going to see no blood or gore or nothing like that. And then because even the 2014 didn't show nothing, it had more fighting and all that, and guns.
It was the atmosphere and the tone really with the 2014. Yeah, shut up, phone. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, you already rated the first one at 7.5. All right, let's go ahead and hear your whole thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that, as I said, the 1991, I also saw that in the theater and the audience was with it. And that's always a good thing. The 2014, I understand maybe part of what they tried to do, but it just didn't impress me for the most part. So the 1990, I'd give that 8.9, and the 2014, I'd give that probably 4.9. And I admit I haven't seen the recent sequel. So
hang on. Did you just say 12.9?
No.
4.9.
Oh, 4. And I also have to give the 1990, as we mentioned before, the great techno music, the great rap music that they're still talking about today. So.
Okay, now the first movie, like I said, this was at a time in my life when I had a lot of weird stuff going on. But you said I have to give it 9.95.
What the hell?
I still love watching that movie. I can still pop it in any time and still enjoy it just as much as the first time I'd ever seen it. Except, yeah, sure, I don't have this one particular young lady's particular part in my one hand, but okay. That's why I said it brings back great memories. Okay. And then, of course, Michael Bay's. I'm really stretching. I got to give it like a 6, and that's being really generous. It's just the problem was he walked onto the project saying, as long as I put lots of bangs, explosions, and make like little lens flares like J.J. Abrams, it's going to be a smash danger movie. And sure enough, the fans found out, went ape shit on his ass, and then he had to totally go back, reshoot everything, and then in post-production, shoot everything with the Japanese actor who playing Haruka Saki, just to make it back into what it was approaching the original format. And like I said, the fact he had, I just worked in the lab with my daddy, and I named all the turtles too. I could not stand that crap to save my life.
Yeah,
that was one of the stupidest damn tie-ins I've ever seen. April O'Neil just happened to be there when they were little and blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. That's why I said I'm being generous at a 6.
Thank God she improved a tad in the sequel because she was an less. Yay!
It's like, go back to hopping on the trampoline. Oh, well.
Megan Fox, if your lawyers are listening, don't sue.
Okay, well, another one wrapped up, like I said, in 2 weeks' time. We're going to continue the assault on Michael Bay with 1986 Transformers. I believe it was 86, or was it 85?
Yes.
86, yeah.
All right.
20th anniversary DVDs coming out.
Versus Michael Bay's Transformers.
Perfect.
So that's going to be an interesting comparison because one's animated and one ain't. But still, I want to see which movie people remember more. Was this one or this one? And we'll sit down, we'll take a look at them, and then we'll rate them.
Tune in next time on Baywatch.
And everybody, don't forget that somewhere out there, lingering in cyberspace, is Drunk EG's Dark Place.
Ha ha ha! Yes. Tune in for my mail calls.
So, be sure to go there and check out his stalker, Howard the Farmer, if he's in the neighborhood.
Good on that.
So everybody, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
Cowabunga.